Hello, welcome. Today we are going to discuss about the new launch Hyundai IONIQ 5 electric vehicles technical features. This car is recently launched by Hyundai after the first electric vehicle Kona Electric, right? That we are aware about it. This car has won the Design Award as well as the Electric Vehicle of the Year Award as well as Car of the Year Award for 2022. So let's look at the interesting features and performance parameter of the recently launched Hyundai IONIQ 5, and we will discuss the technical things also in parallel. We are not going to discuss about the interior and LED touch display and these types of things, but we focus on motors, drives, batteries and this performance parameter related to electrical. So let's start with the performance first. Hyundai IONIQ 5 claims range of 631 km on single charge. So I think this is the very high range which compared to the Nexon and other previous electric vehicle available. So 631 is quite good range. That means battery capacity is also high, obviously, and it can achieve 0 to 100 km/h of speed in just 7.6 seconds. So with this data, students of the electrical crash course can find out the required power of the motor, right? Do this, that we will discuss. And top speed is 185 km/h, which is also quite good. So you can easily calculate the required motor power. You can also use the EV calculator available in the Android app and calculate it. It will come around 125 kilowatt of motor power. Consider the weight around 2500 kg, right? Because its curb weight is 2000 kg. So by including the passenger's weight, maximum it will be around 2500 kg, and calculate the required motor power. Let's look at what is the power output of this car. Hyundai IONIQ 5 is capable of delivering maximum power of 160 kilowatt, which is very high. So that means we calculated the rated power. It comes around 125 to 130. You calculate it your own, right, and compare it. This is the maximum peak power of the motor, and maximum torque capability is 350 Newton meter, which is very high. Now discuss about the charging. The company claims it can charge in 6 hours with the home AC charger available with the car, which is 11 kilowatt. Actually, company is providing two complementary chargers. One is 3.3 kilowatt, another is 11 kilowatt. But with the fast DC charger, it is capable of, right? But 350 kilowatt charger is required, then it can be charged in 18 minutes. But nowadays public charging stations are available for around 30, 50 kilowatt or 60 kilowatt. So it will take around 1 hour if we charge the vehicle at the fast DC charger of 50 kilowatt, so which is also quite good. This is from 10% to 80%. This is for fully charging 6 hours. So company claiming 57. It's like something it is providing some discounts. So ultimately it is 1 hour or 60 minutes if we charge on 50 kilowatt of fast DC charger. So to charge from 10% to 80%, it will take this time. But remember, it can travel up to 600 kilometer, more than 600 kilometer. So it's right. That means if you charge for the 15 to 20 minutes at the 50 kilowatt charger, then also you can travel for next 50 to 100 kilometer. But obviously, so company is providing two complementary charger, 3.3 kilowatt and 11 kilowatt. Now Hyundai IONIQ 5 is using its new modular. What is modular? It is, they given the name Electric Global Modular Platform, EGMP. Don't forget about the short form, because nowadays everyone is using short form from new technology, and there are number of short form where facing every day, right? So this is just modular, right? Electric modular of the electric vehicle platform, so that the next model can be designed on the same modular. It is comprised of battery and motor. So rear motor is there and it is supplying power to the rear wheel. So this is modular system of the Hyundai IONIQ 5. So in future they can build new design on the same platform. That's why it's called the modular platform for the battery electric vehicle, which is purely run on battery, no hybrid. So battery electric vehicle platform is used. So that means Hyundai is also planning for new models on the same platform. It might possible. They can change the battery power, they can change the motor power, battery rating, right, on the same platform. Now look at the battery. 72.6 kilowatt hour battery is used, which is high. Now first time 800 voltage rating is used for the battery and the bus bar system. That means motor is also having 800 volt. So this is next level. One more step we go ahead in the voltage level. Previous vehicles were come around 400 volt only, but this vehicle Hyundai IONIQ 5 is available with the 800 volt DC link voltage, that is battery voltage as well as motor voltage. Obviously this battery is liquid cooled lithium ion with battery heating system. So students from the fundamental of electrical engineering know that the battery cooling system and battery heating system both are required, because cooling is understandable, right? This is liquid cool, that means we use the water or some other coolant that forcefully inserted for cooling the battery, but it is not like the only liquid. But we need to understand that like the cooling system of IC engine, it's required the other part also, that is radiator, then coolant, then a storage tank, and this all other components and part are required to fulfill the cooling requirement of the battery. So that's why again, if we say, and when we compare the electrical vehicle with the IC engine and we say that the maintenance is not required, cool oil is not required, but similarly like the engine oil required to cool the engine, here some other form of cooling is required for battery also, right? And all the parts are also required, that means number of parts are increased in this case. Now we are discussing about the heating. What is heating? Because battery performance is purely depend upon the fixed range of temperature, right? The students know that from the electrical engineering and the fundamental of electrical vehicle engineering students. And heating is required because charging is different and supplying the power to the motor is different. So when we need to charge the battery, we cannot charge the battery below the 0 degrees Celsius of temperature. So if there is a negative temperature, we need to heat the battery to improve the performance. The battery gives the maximum or a very excellent performance at the ambient temperature around 20 to 25 degrees Celsius only. And cooling is must, because beyond 50 degree battery performance will degrade, and above 70 degree the battery may fail and disaster result may happen. So cooling is must, heating is required in depending upon the area. So we need to also understand that. Now cost of the battery is also matter. The student from the electrical vehicle crash course level 1 can find the battery replacement cost, because for the 72.6 kilowatt hour, by considering our average of 20,000 per kilowatt hour, it will become around 14 lakh, right? So 14 lakh will be your battery replacement cost, and company claiming this 3-year warranty of the battery or 1,60,000 kilometer. It is mentioned, specified by the Hyundai. So either you travel up 1,60,000 kilometer for 8 years or travel unlimited for 3 years. That is, but ultimately when you travel 1,60,000 kilometers, then you need to pay the 14 lakh rupees for the battery. This is just a calculation, but it may differ, it may vary. For liquid cool it may be high, and for after 3 or 5 years the price may be reduced, or company may be giving subsidy. So whatever will be the price of battery we don't know, but it will come around 10 to 14 lakh if it is as per our calculated value. So let's move ahead and discuss about the motor. So which motor is used? Here again permanent magnet synchronous motor, we call it PMSM motor is used. The same motor is used in its first model Hyundai, Kona also, and drive type is rear wheel drive. Now rear wheel drive is the simple word, I don't know why confusing short form RWD. And rear wheel drive motors is attached in rear wheel, and single speed reduction gear is used. So it is easily understandable. Peak power is 160 kilowatt and rated voltage is 800 volt. Rated power is not provided, but as we calculated it comes around 130 kilowatt of rated power. Look at some other parameters of the Hyundai IONIQ 5. Its curb weight is around 2000 kg. And there is also variation. It is not specified by the company, but it's vary. And this is specified by the company. Wheel size. This will required for calculating the battery range and top speed. So if you want to calculate the top speed again with this wheel size and this one, you can do this. So now task for the students from this discussion. The level 1 students who completed or enrolled in the course electric vehicle crash course, you need to calculate motor power required for the performance given. You need to calculate the top speed and rated speed of the motor, and you have to calculate battery replacement cost, right? So I already gave the idea about it, but you also need to calculate the running cost of the vehicle. So if I calculate it around, it will come around 8 to 10 rupees per kilometer, right? It is not like that cost is too low with compared to IC engine, but when you consider battery replacement cost, it will come to the 8 to 10 rupees or less. It may be vary depending upon the future cost of the battery, but if you consider only the bill electricity cost, then it will be around only 1 to 2 rupees per kilometer. That's fine. Now level 2 students who enrolled in fundamentals of electric vehicle engineering, here is task for you. You need to study battery cooling system. As we discussed, the different companies are using different pattern and system for cooling the battery. We discussed about the Tesla cooling arrangement, Chevrolet cooling arrangement, and now you need to study the battery cooling system of the Hyundai IONIQ 5, right? So that we can get something new and interesting from it. Level 3 students enrolled in course Build Dynamic Model of Electrical Vehicle with MATLAB. Here is task for you. You have to build simulation model of Hyundai IONIQ 5 and investigate the performance with your favorite motor. You can select from DC series motor, BLDC, induction motor, switch resistance motor, or PMSM, whatever your choice is, but try to build the model and predict the performance with the passive load scheme that we discussed. Now move ahead, we need to discuss some new features available in Hyundai IONIQ 5. The very interesting feature is the vehicle to load. This is not vehicle to grid but vehicle to load. That means socket is given of 240 volt or 250 volt, and we can use our home appliances or any electric appliances to run. And voltage and power rating is very high, 3.3 kilowatt, so we can use the number of devices. In fact, it can give the power to our home or more than one home also. Like if we consider AC, fridge, TV, refrigerator, then also it can supply the full power for home. And because battery capacity is more than 70 kilowatt, it can supply around 20 to 24 hours if we consider the full load. So this is great things available with the electrical vehicle. Now we have the power plant. Our full power plant is ready to run. So whenever you have issue and shortage of power, you can use your vehicle as a power. But this is also limited to some use cases also. There is task for the electrical engineers, we will discuss later, but we need to understand that this is new feature and interesting feature. Hyundai IONIQ 5 is come with the two vehicle to load. Again there is no need to use the short form. Vehicle to load is simple enough. I am using it vehicle to load, and one is inside and one is outside also provided, so we can use it very easily. So outside socket is also provided, that means the bidirectional charging socket is used, so you can use it to charge either vehicle, or you can also take the power from the vehicle to supply the power to the, this is your AC socket, right? So 230 volt or 250 volt is available ready to use, and you can use it for your appliances or DJ systems at far. So this is great feature. It's up to us how we use it and up to different cases. So task for the electrical engineering students, you can calculate the maximum load in term of devices and maximum hours for your home, how many hours it can supply power to your home according to your load, and list out the possible use case of vehicle to load features so that we can study it well. Okay, move ahead. There are more features. Service vehicle to vehicle charging in 4 cities are currently available. That means your service vehicle can charge your vehicle. So if your vehicle is stuck somewhere due to the discharge condition of the battery, then service vehicle can charge your vehicle. Now there is the vehicle to load plug is already available, 250 volt plug is already available, so obviously you can use your vehicle to charge other vehicle. Now this is interesting feature, virtual engine sound system. This is like simply given by the Revolt. That feature is provided now in Hyundai IONIQ 5, but given the name VESS short form, so engine is given, the virtual engine sound system is provided. So whenever you required in the very crowded area, you can use to make away the pedestrian. Then electric parking brake, one button parking is given. It is also the function available. Then heated outside mirror is the function, so that you can comfortably use the side mirror in any other condition of environment. So this is also good feature. And home to car with the Alexa Google Assistant feature is given, so that by sitting at home you can call your car, Alexa please turn on the AC of my car. Let's see who and how people will use this feature. Then there are number of sensors available in Hyundai IONIQ 5, and based on this sensor, for the safety purpose, different advanced driving assistance systems have been developed in Hyundai IONIQ 5. So that means there are lots of sensor and features which assist the driver to avoid the collision. So that list of these features, more than 20 different features are claimed by the company, and these features are highlighted and explained in company's website hyundai.com. So you can go through and you can check out the each feature, but most features use the different sensor around the available around the front, back, side of the vehicle. Camera sensor is also there, and this is list of different features available under the advanced driving assistance system, like forward collision warning, its avoidance. This is not two features, right? Because one sensor is supplying this information. That means for our for engineer it is one feature, forward collision and forward avoidance assistant. And remember, these features are also capable of automated operation. That means if after the warning, if driver do not take the action, then this Hyundai IONIQ 5 is capable of automatic braking, right? So it will activate the automatic brake also, like if there is the bicycle and if it is giving the warning if driver is not taking the action. So this is good feature. Hyundai IONIQ 5 is also capable of take automatic decision, that means braking the car. So blind spot collision avoidance and warning, and lane keeping, right? So many different safety features are available to assist the driver. So this was all about technical features of Hyundai IONIQ 5. Share your opinion and view what you think about the new technology of electrical vehicle in automobile industry.